Welcome to the Buzz feed. I'm RV Pete. I'm joined by YOLO Jenkins. No more. Say goodbye to the YOLO. Dios Gnosis is taking center stage. And we are glad to be back. We're glad to be back. We haven't done this in quite some time. But we know that when we've taken a break from some of this stuff, you know that we've got a lot to share with all of you. A lot of things have happened since the last time that we've spoken. And let's hold on, before we get to that, let's say hello. Dios, my man.
Hey,
my broski. My bro.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're saving the bees, bro. We're saving the bees.
It's our business.
It's this is what we do. So the gimmick here is that we want to bring in elements of we live in a world that's essentially bound to our natural world, and we want to make sure that we're taking making due diligence and we're being good stewards on this good old planet that we're living on, right? So while this sounds kind of hippie and cheesy, we do have to take into consideration that some current devastation is really happening. So this was intentional. We wanted to bring some attention to some things that were happening with the bees. You may or may not know that. We're not going to dwell on it too much here, but we want to let you guys know that if you want to look into something that can kind of help this effort, the bees have recently been put on the endangered species list because of a lot of the spraying and stuff that's been happening because of the Zika stuff. But so anyway, that's here nor there, but we want to do our part and kind of letting you guys know that is out there. And without that integral part of this ecosystem, right, we're not able to do the gaming world. We're not able to compete in the esports world. We're not able to do any of these things because it's an essential part of growing food, for our livelihood, our basic needs. We rely on these little guys. So anyway, okay, we've hit that home, and we'll be able to continue on to the.
And there's going to be more to come on that.
Oh, and so here we go. This is it. Okay, we've got into Game Tyrant. Let you guys know we've got an event that's coming up. Dota 2 tournament, the Game Tyrant National Amateur Open. It's happening. This is going to be a real thing. The website, the splash page isn't up yet, but I do want to point out to this graphic here for Game Tyrant Live. Be sure to check those guys out. They want to make a big impact in the esports world, and they are doing so. They've got a LAN center in Utah, and we're in communication with them, and we're going to get together with this multi-state, a national effort to try to bring in these amateur Dota 2 players to have a place for you guys to compete and get some prizes along the way. So what's wrong with it? I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm sure you'd enjoy that. So anyway, Dios, chime in, my man. How do you feel about all of this?
This is great. Game Tyrant Amateur National Open. This is going to be a really interesting event for us, Moba Esports Gaming. And we haven't worked with any other kind of organization before to bring, this level of amateur tournament to the players in North America. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop. I'm very hopeful that we'll have a fantastic showing, that we'll have, many teams that are eager to come out and play, because we really just want to support all the players in North America, worldwide, really. But we're starting here at home. We want to put some gear into you guys' hands out there. Pete and I like to call it the leveling the playing field. As long as we can continue to put gear into the hands of you players out there, we can kind of create a baseline where, hopefully these high caliber teams that are starting to compete in North America and the amateur level, where we've kind of situated ourselves along with Game Tyrant, some other entities that we're talking to. If we can create a baseline as far as, what kind of resources are accessible to the players, mice, keyboards, computers at some point. We're looking at accessories right now, but that's what we're talking about when we level the playing field. So this Game Tyrant Amateur National Open will be an opportunity for players in North America to compete at a level that, is, kind of up there at the, kind of just below. I would consider it like a farm league. Anybody play baseball out there, you'll understand what I'm talking about, the AAA farm league. The pros go scout down there. So maybe this is an opportunity for, some up and coming Dota players in North America to get recognized. We're going to do our part to put together the production, to give you guys, the teams, the players, full coverage. And, as far as I'm aware, there could be some eyes on, what we're doing, what we're beginning to do here in North America.
They have no idea.
Have no idea.
They have no idea.
So, and we don't either right now. There's a lot that we don't know. So things are up in the air. We do have an open registration process on the MOBA Esports Gaming website through the tournaments tab. You can register with us to represent Texas. There's also a registration, I believe, that's ongoing in Colorado. So if you want to represent Colorado, you can feel free to go represent and sign up with them. There's also going to be a registration in Utah. So at this point, we've got 3 states competing. And it's up to you guys, the players out there, whatever, the team captains and their players want to do. You guys can feel free to sign up with us. There are some rules on our site that are kind of going to be, we're not really sure how things are going to develop rules-wise because we don't know how many teams we're going to get. So registration will end, what is it, October 22nd?
October 22nd, we're going to close registration.
And then once we close registration, we'll have like a little grace period to get all the remaining details out to the team captains as far as how the tournament's going to be structured, how everything's going to pan out. Is it going to be a sudden death elimination? Is it going to be, kind of like this bracket system that we're used to seeing through the, major events and the Dota 2 International? So that's kind of the process that we're looking at right now. We want to see how many teams sign up before we, kind of dive in and see what kind of tournament structure we need to situate. We could have 20 teams. We could have 100 teams. More the merrier, in my opinion. There will be a $25 commitment fee. Half of that's going to go straight away to a cash prize pool. So the more teams that sign up, the bigger the cash prize pool. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your brothers, your sisters, hide your kids and your wives, get all the players that you know to come compete in the Game Tyrant Amateur National Open.
Yeah, so we're going to have a place for the folks that want to represent Texas and anybody who's played with us before with Austin Dota 2, MOBA Esports Gaming, or anybody who is just like what's going on and you want to be a part of it. You'll have direct access to us and we'll help kind of guide you along in the process and be an asset for you to help you prepare as much as possible for this. So go to MOBAesportsgaming.com, click on the tournaments tab. You'll see the graphic here for the Fire and Ice North American Amateur Open. That's going to happen after Game Tyrant National Amateur Open. So let's get the Game Tyrant event. You guys going to get fired up in there. We're going to replace this image with that Game Tyrant graphic once we get more details there. But yeah, but we also want to make mention that as soon as that completes, we're going to open registration for Fire and Ice on North American Amateur Open. So just to give you guys a peek that this is going to be a continuous thing. You guys are going to have access to be able to play in this stuff. And, there's a registration there. Get it in. There's some rules, subset rules that are right below there. You just scroll down and check out those rules. Again, it's MOBAesportsgaming.com. Go there. We're asking for $25 per team, and that's going to help add to the cash pool prize. So half of the money that gets put in there is going to go to the prize pool. The other half is going to help cover kind of the expenses that are going to be occurred through doing all the production, trying to get commentators, trying to increase our expanse on social media, things like that. So it's going to be a big help for us. And again, we're going to return that in kind, giving you guys a place to play, give you guys access to potential sponsors, lots of other good new, sources of places for you guys to get the word and name recognition out there. So a lot of you guys play your asses off, and you deserve to be playing in some of these higher level events that are out there. And we want to open the doors wide open. No more bottlenecking here for the player base, because there's millions of players out there and there's barely any like real solid functioning events for these players to play in. And so we want to be able to create that landscape for you guys. So while we are there, we talked about Game Tyrant. We talked about Fire and Ice, which is going to happen immediately after that. But let's get into the bread and butter. We saw the Boston Major has been announced, and it's going to be happening December 3rd through 4th. They're going to get ready for the Open, right? The Open qualifiers for all the teams that want to get in. Again, this is what we're prepping for, guys. This is what you're doing. You come play with us. You get your feet wet. You get organized. You get your logos ready. You get all that stuff. You've got us to help you do that, to get you to these Open qualifiers so you guys are playing at your best. And we're going to be looking for that. So I'm going to take a short break, and I'm going to just transition over here to a short video that we've got for the Boston Major. Check this out.
The Rabbit! Five-man setup right into the setting. One down yet. How? Explodes right behind him. KP can't keep up. And it's like, there it is. He did it. He black holes Yang at the end of the game. Over the fight steals it. Gets the rampage.
Get excited. The hype is so real. The hype is so real. The Boston Major's coming. And we've got so much to look forward to.
I get shivers.
We've got so much to look forward to, and a lot of you guys are excited for that. You get to prep. If you played with us, you know that we're gonna have. We're just gonna continue to bring more and more people on board that can be a part of this, and not just as players, but behind the scenes on the production side, to give you guys a peek at what it is like to be a team that's prepping for the professional circuit. So this is just going to continue to grow, guys. So just brace yourselves for impact. So anyway, what's next on the agenda? What's the last thing?
We got the Boston Major. We covered that. All right. Looks like we've got maybe some conversation about DreamHack?
Oh, yeah, DreamHack's coming. But before I mention DreamHack, I want to pay special attention to Addisync. I want to give a shout out to them. They've been with us along this ride, giving us access to prizes for you guys, and they're going to continue to do so. We're negotiating with them. We're also going to be talking to Game Tyrant. So combined, we're looking at even more kind of content creators and producers of some good quality gear for you guys to play with. We've got access to this stuff. We want to pay special thanks to Addisync. Let them know that they're a part of this along the ride. Thank you for all that. If you can, pay them a visit on their social media. You can check them out on Facebook and Twitter and all the other interwebs that are out there. Find them, pay them a visit, check out their website. If you need any gear or anything, please go visit them, check it out. Mice, keyboards, the Zowie gear, the ASIO gear, it's top of the line. No joke.
Don't we have a promo code?
Well, we do. If you want to go to rexflow.net, we've got a promo code over there, Moby Esports. The Addisync, they're just giving us some prizes for the tournament winners.
Right.
So there's definitely some opportunity there for a discount. If you want to go to rexflow.net, get that 5% off. Make sure you use that promo code Moby Esports. That'll help us out. Continue this process along, please. Follow them both: Addisync, Rexflow, Zowie, ASIO. Go check them out. All those prizes are going to be available for you guys from our good friends over at Addisync, and we love you very much. Appreciate you for that. So,
thanks, guys.
DreamHack. This is a thing. This is a thing.
Second annual?
This is going to be their second time coming to the U.S. They were here in Austin, Texas only. We were fortunate enough to be able to enjoy that. We met a lot of our partners that we currently have there through the Austin event, and so they're going to be coming back. But this time, not just one, not two cities, but three, baby. 3 cities where where DreamHack is going to be bringing us more Counter-Strike, more Hearthstone, perhaps even more Dota 2. We're going to be working on that on our end.
Yeah.
And obviously Zowie and BenQ, they're going to be there leading the way. They're a big sponsor, big contributor for them. We're probably going to see Addisync there, all of our friends over there, and we're really looking forward to seeing where this is going to go. So let's close things out. I've got a little DreamHack promo that I want to share for you guys coming at you. Check this out. Check this out. Here we go. I'm queuing it up. All right. All right, that's going to be it for this Buzz feed. You like how we do that there? Incorporate the bees. While Diosnosis looks like we got him dropped out in this last bit, but we'll bring him back in. I'm sure he would say goodbye, good night to all of you. Thanks for watching this, and we look forward to seeing you guys there again. We're going to go to mobesports.com, get registered for the Game Tyrant National Amateur Open. We're opening it up to the whole U.S., right? So we'll have the links available below this video. Is he back? Is he back? He's coming back in. There he is, just in time. Just in time. So there's a place for you to go for each date. The Game Tyrant, of course, for the folks that are in Utah, we'll provide a link for the registration for those who want to represent that part of the region. For those who want to represent Colorado, we'll have another link available for you guys, and we've got some folks that are there. For folks who want to fall under, the Texas area and folks who have worked with us in the past, you're welcome to register on the website. You've got 3 places to register, essentially. You pick or choose wherever you want, guys. All that prize money is going to go to the same place.
If you are like us and want to participate in some sort of coordinating capacity for your region or your state, please reach out to us and let us know.
Oh, that's great insight.
Please reach out to us. It's not too late. We're ending registration October 22nd. But if you guys can grind out some teams and put them together, and you're over in New Jersey or New York, or if you're on the West Coast in California, I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. We don't have full spectrum, representation from the entire North American region, but we would like to. And I think it's something to consider. We could potentially be working on, an entire North American amateur league. I don't know what this, could be something along, akin to like, the World Series or, whatever, something on an amateur level, but where all 50 states are represented at each, there's tryouts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is just some things that I think would be interesting to see in, like the esports professional realm, like professional teams from all 50 states. That would be something that we could, potentially start the groundwork on right now. Maybe at some point in the future, Valve comes in and says, hey, we're going to take this over. You guys have done some great work. I'd be more than willing to hand it off. Get some kudos from Valve, put them in my backpack. If I get hungry, I can eat them later.
Some Valve cookies.
But that's ultimately, I think Pete and I are pretty much satisfied with where we're at. We want to be kind of like, the door holders, if you will. We want to hold the door open for you guys, the players, to come in and just really, understand what it's like to participate at a higher level. It's great to get around and play, some competitive esports games with your friends. But, when you put something at stake, the playing field changes a little bit. Things get a little bit more intense. There's potential to win some prizes, some cash, and that's what we want to offer to the amateur players. And we also want to incubate you guys, get you conditioned to see what it feels like to participate at this level, because the next tier up is the pro circuit, and those guys don't play around. I mean, they play a lot, but they don't play around while they're playing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're part-time casual, and you want to have a shot at doing this, and you guys practice on occasion, and you get in, you take some time off, and you want to get into these tournaments, it could be life-changing. It can be absolutely life-changing for something that you absolutely love and enjoy to do. I mean, forgive me, for anybody who loves their day job, yeah, go for it. If it doesn't feel like work, dive in. But there's also an opportunity here to be part of kind of the network of players, the global network of players, in dissolving boundaries left and right, as Chinese, Russians, Middle Eastern, Europeans, I mean, they're all playing together.
The world's falling apart. However, we all play together here in this gaming.
That's right.
Kind of shindig. So it's, falling apart. It seems everywhere else, but, we can all play together, and we're having a great time representing that kind of human interaction. We can be competitive, but it's still all fun and games. Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's dying. There's no war. There's no famine. There's no pestilence. 7 horsemen, 4 horsemen, whatever. They're not around. I don't care. What we're doing here is we're trying to help you guys on your road to becoming professional esports gamers in whatever capacity you want. If you don't want that, maybe you just want to sit around the amateur circuit and float around with us for a while. That's great too. But we also want to provide an opportunity for those that want to step up their game. And we want to create those inroads for you guys. So we've got sponsors that we're talking to that would love to pick up a team, I'm sure, at some point in the future. Representation like that, does a lot for, recognition of these sponsors, of these companies that are putting out the accessories, the hardware, to the players that play these games. So there is going to be potential for perhaps a whole amateur team to do very well in some of these events that we're putting on. And, we'll just kind of take note and say, hey, this team performed really well. These guys are performing really well over here. And once that conversation happens and, maybe Addis Inc. wants to pick up somebody, who knows? I'm not saying that that's the case right now. We don't have any confirmation on it. But if it does become the case,
the conversation may start.
Exactly. And that's what you guys are playing for. So if it's something that you really want to do, if you really want to take a stab at this whole, esports thing, come on, reach out to us. info@mobaesportsgaming.com. That's a good email to get, in touch with Pete or myself. And we'll be happy to help answer any questions, put you in contact with some, some coaches that we have access to. There's so many things that we can offer to you guys. We've got, if you're trying to get a legitimate team set up, you need some graphics, you need that sort of stuff. We can help you guys there. We can discuss anything that you guys need, up to and including, some equipment. We might maybe help out in some capacity, at least get you a little discount on some things and stuff. So really, we're here for you guys. So whatever you need, info@mobaesportsgaming.com. Reach out to us, please. Let us know. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know how we can continue to help you guys. Critiques on these podcasts, critiques on, our casting, whatever. Yeah, the buzz. So we're buzzing like bees.
That's right. Okay, so let's wrap things up here at this point. Dios Gnosis, thank you so much. Former YOLO
Always a
Jenkins,
pleasure.
for those of you who did know him from our last season with Austin Dota 2, he was in there doing commentary, Mr. YOLO Jenkins. This is him. Wow, guys, you're getting the chance to meet him. Dios Gnosis in the flesh. So again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We are going to part ways now, and we love you all. See you next time on the Buzzz feed.
Mm-mm.